I'm tired of being pushed around at the bottom of the pile on YouTube. I'm here to make a statement. I'm coming for the crown. Chris Stuckmann, I'm talking to you. And I'm coming for everything you've got. I'm the new hungry kid on the block, and you don't know what's coming for you. Hello everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews. I have been fighting off a cold for the past week and it is hanging on to me with its fingernail, so I do apologise if you can hear it in my voice or I look a little bit tired. It's because I am, but nonetheless, we saw Creed 3 and we are here to tell you what we thought about it. So Creed 3 is the third in the franchise, the ninth overall in the Rocky franchise, and it is both starring and directed by Michael B. Jordan, also starring Johnathan Majors and Tessa Thompson. An old friend from the past has come back to haunt Adonis Creed, leading to a hostile matchup in the ring. So getting straight into what I liked about Creed 3, I thought the performances are really solid here, particularly from Johnathan Majors. That's now 2 performances in the space of 2 weeks that have been truly sensational. And it's only just turned March. I think it's fair to say that this is probably going to be his year. He's great here. He really is a captivating screen presence. And he managed to feel like a menacing threat without feeling like a carbon copy of what we'd just seen in Quantum Mania. I really enjoyed those brief, sensitive downtime moments that we got with Creed and his family. It did help flesh them out, feel a little bit more real, seeing that they have other things going on in their lives other than just boxing. And I thought using American Sign Language was a really nice addition. This is Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, and not bad. Not bad at all. To be given the reins of the third part of a trilogy that you're actually starring in can't have been the easiest project to manage. But credit where it's due, I think he did well enough, and I saw enough in this project to have faith in Michael B. Jordan as a director in the future. The fights in the movie, and in particularly the end fight, are a bit of a double-edged sword for me. Because on one hand, I thought the action was filmed really nicely. Had good camera motions, it wasn't choppy, it wasn't edited badly, you can follow it easily, and it does feel like real boxing. There were good feints and parries throughout. But then on other occasions, combos would be a little bit too quick and a little bit too precise and a little bit too perfect with lots of blood, and it just broke that illusion from the reality of actual boxing. And I'm going to tread carefully here to not give away spoilers, but for me, I have to be honest and say that the final fight just didn't work for me. I appreciate the effort of trying something new, trying to breathe new life into this. It probably needs it, but just not like this. I don't think this was well set up. I don't think anybody saw it coming. It does just sideswipe you off the road like a truck doing 80. It's like, where the hell did this come from? It didn't really gel, it didn't really work, at least in my opinion. And that does lead us into the negatives of Creed 3. I feel like this movie completely and utterly forgot everything that actually made Rocky work. And you just started ticking the boxes thinking that would be enough. Yeah, we got a new big bad guy, that's a green tick there. Yeah, and we got the training montage, that's a big green tick there. What more do you want? But sadly, Creed isn't an underdog like Rocky. Creed never feels like he might lose like Rocky. There's no peril in the Creed franchise, and there's just no real aching want from the audience to see him succeed. Yeah, okay, you feel that a little bit in the first Creed movie, but at least on my behalf, I found it to be because I love Apollo Creed, his father, and I wanted Apollo to find that deserved recognition after his tragic end. Spoilers for Rocky 4. It's been 40-something years, but you know, just in case. And if you're asking me, I really think that's where Creed should have been left alone, and the franchise itself should have been left alone. That is a beautiful cherry on top of a very nicely put together and well-structured cake. And then they made Creed 2 and Creed 3, and now there's more layers, and it's getting a bit ridiculous now. There was nothing in this movie that I found anywhere remotely aspiring, memorable, or inspirational as downing a pint of eggs at 5 a.m. and feeding your pet turtles, living one bad call away from homelessness, whilst listening to Gonna Fly Now. This one doesn't have the heart or the hunger, or to play into the pun, it doesn't have the eye of the tiger. It doesn't feel like that young, scrappy underdog who's coming for everything you've got. It feels like modern day TikTok, wah wah, whingy whiny, isn't life hard? I don't find that inspiring. I don't think many people do. And this isn't a spoiler because it's quite well known that Sylvester Stallone is not in Creed 3. But if I'm telling the truth, he is well and truly missed. Not only are there glaring moments in the script where Rocky could have easily just popped in and had a really nice sentimental line there that would have really hit home, but the fact that the characters just act like he never existed, it's not like he's gone anywhere, there is no mention of him whatsoever, and that just does such a disservice to our current characters that they're not even thinking about him or worried about him. And it's quite insulting to Sylvester Stallone himself. I mean, he is the reason we're here. If he didn't make Rocky all those years ago, we wouldn't be making Creed 3. You know, maybe even if you just put a picture of him on the mantelpiece and it said rest in peace, it would have gone further than what you did here. Now, I've made a lot of complaints, but the truth is I can live with most of those complaints. This one I can't, though. You know what's going to happen in this movie. Look at me, look at me, look at me. You know. You already know what's going to happen in this movie. Even if you haven't seen the trailer, hazard a guess. Just hazard any wild guess as to what you think the plot of the 9th in the franchise Rocky movie is going to do. Yeah. It's going to do that. And on some level, that's fine. Rocky is a huge franchise that has created some huge cinematic moments in the past. You are more than welcome to go back and lean on those things or call reference to it. But if you're asking me, in this one, the formula feels at its least imaginative and its most exhausted. I didn't think the setup was that original. It kind of felt like the plot of Rocky 5 blended with some elements of Rocky 3 with the Mr. T character. It's like you took two of the least interesting Rocky movies and put it in a blender to make an even less interesting Rocky movie. I don't know what you thought was going to happen. Let's put some bland in with some bland. That's bland. It felt rushed to me. There really isn't much to the characters or to the story. And I think the movie knows that because it is so keen and eager to get to the next bit, get to the next bit, get to the next bit. I mean, the final fight comes straight off the back of the montage, which seems crazy to me. You're not going to have a calm before the storm? A moment of doubt for your hero? Set up some last minute drama to heighten the stakes even further? I don't know, I just found this all to be a bit hokey and not too far removed from just watching kids play with their toys. Ouch, I know, but it is what it is. I didn't really understand where I was supposed to care or empathise with anyone, or really feel the weight of the situation. And then there's rumours that there's going to be more of these, but it's going to follow Creed's daughter. Who wants that? I know I don't. I don't even really understand why Creed's story's stopping. He's only had, 2 fights. As far as we've seen 3 fights now. That's not a boxing career. It feels like they're just rushing forward with it without actually having a genuine idea or plan of where to go. I'm going to give Creed 3 a 2. out of 10. I actively disliked this movie. It felt amateurishly written and phoned in with a crap soundtrack, might I add, and seemingly a very poor understanding of what makes the Rocky franchise work in the first place. But that being said, it does seem to be splitting audiences and not just 50-50. I've seen some people say they hate it, I've seen some people say they thought it was meh, I've seen some people say they liked it, and I've seen some people say they loved it. And in some level, I actually can understand why that's happening. If you're like me and you're going to pull at the intricate details and plot threads and really think about it, I think the film's going to fall down for you. But if you want a comfort watch where you don't have to think about it, you're not going to be challenged by it, you know you're just going to go through the motions and it's going to give you what you want. Maybe you're a boxing fan, a fighting fan, maybe you think it'll be a nice treat to go out with your dad, then by all means knock yourself out. Pardon the pun. And I also want to add, if you do like the movie, great. That's good. I don't want you to have a bad time at the cinema. I can only give you my thoughts and you from there can go, I usually love what he hates, so I'm going to go and check it out. And if that's you, power to you. And this might be that occasion, because sadly this just really did not work for me on pretty much any level. And it might actually be my least favourite of all 9 Rocky films. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please do hit the comment section as well. Have you seen Creed 3? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, if you haven't had enough of the crazy ginger, you can always click on Lee's suggested videos right here and get yourself lost in an IMO wormhole. But if not, take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.